Hi, I wanted to talk to y'all about the difference between a virus and the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay. The electromagnetic spectrum is, I mean, everybody's all hyped up about 5G and how it's supposedly all damaging and everything. The coronavirus is made of lipids, which is fat, and on the inside of it, it has a little snippet of RNA, so genetic coding, and it injects this coding to other cells so that it can replicate itself. Okay, that's biology. Now let's move over to the electromagnetic spectrum. This is physics or chemistry. Chemistry, if we're talking about the ionizing radiation and so forth. But the electromagnetic spectrum, well, first of all, let's go back to fifth grade. The original source of energy for life on Earth comes from the sun. The sun's energy travels through space as radiant energy, radiant radiation. Okay, so whenever it reaches Earth, there's different frequencies for this energy. We have FM radios operate at this lower frequencies, AM radio, FM radio. Then we have cell phones that operate at a higher radio wave frequency or lower microwave frequency. Okay, and this is where people are saying that it's damaging their cells, supposedly. Now, this is non ionizing radiation, which means it doesn't damage your cells. But cell phones, we have 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G. And by the way, 5G just means fifth generation. So 4G operates at maybe a slightly lower frequency, 5G would be a slightly higher frequency, and so forth. But let's say for a second that this does damage your cells. It doesn't, but let's say it does. Let's go ahead and continue moving up the frequency, or to look at see what has a higher frequency than cell phones. We've got a TV remote that's over here to the right. I don't hear about anybody calling for banning TV remotes. It works on an infrared level, which is a higher frequency, much higher frequency than cell phones operate. And guess what? You also emit infrared radiation. That's how, like, let's say it's wintertime and you're lost in the mountains and they're looking for you and they use the infrared goggles to find you. They're looking for your heat signatures. I don't hear about people saying that we need to get rid of life on Earth because it's damaging. Let's move a little further. Now we have visible light, the colors of the rainbow. You're looking at this computer screen right now. Is this damaging your cells because you see light, because you see colors? When you look around at the world, are you damaging yourself because you see light, you see colors? No. Let's go ahead and continue moving to the right. Now we're finally getting into the ionizing radiation, ultraviolet light. But this is a weak ionizing radiation. If you wear a shirt and walk out in the sun, you don't get sunburn. Why? Because it's not strong enough to penetrate even a thin layer of clothing. If you're not wearing any clothing, yeah, you can damage your skin cells. Go ahead and continue moving. We got X-rays. That's a higher frequency, more damaging. Then we got gamma rays. This can go through 3 to 4 feet of concrete. You walk through a hospital, you notice it says nuclear medicine. It says nuclear medicine because it's using gamma rays, like for PET scanners. I don't see people trying to ban PET scans because we're using gamma radiation. Why? Because we can use it for our benefit as well as using it to help get rid of cancer cells. But we're not talking about ionizing radiation. 5G works way over here with the cell phones, right? Way over here with non-ionizing radiation. So instead of these actors and actresses creating some kind of frenzy, talking about something they have no idea about, let's stop all this pushing things that are ridiculous and leave biology to biologists and physics and chemistry to the physicists and the chemists.